taking a look at Ponka's final race and then Albert in the prelims. So we're looking at Ponka there in lane 8. It looks like he got into, wanting to hurdle instead of sprinting. All right, and that just comes with more races, more sprint work. I know it's been cold up there, so it's pretty tough to get the sprint work in. But he looks pretty flat through the hurdles. His trajectory real flat, and that's why he's scraping a lot of hurdles there. See his stride is real big in between, kicks it down with his lead leg there. So now when you're really tall, you can kind of get away with going flat through the hurdles like that. But most of the hurlers that we work with in high school are not going to be 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". And so this is where the popovers really come into play. So we work 30 inches for the first hurdle, 33, 36, 39, and 39 inches. And so what we're doing with the popovers is we're teaching the body to immediately pop up to the correct height necessary to clear the hurdle. All right, so what he needs is a lot of the popover drills working up to the full race height so that he instinctively at full speed immediately gets a higher hip position here. So he's coming down off of the hurdles rather than flat through, which causes him to scrape them, right? Because he hit a lot of hurdles here. And so now combined hitting the hurdles, slowing him down, forcing the stride to get bigger. See that trail leg opens up. He's wanting to try and keep up. And so now he's not thinking about sprinting. He's thinking about covering this distance to try and catch back up. We want a forward lean and a frenzy when we race. We don't think about the hurdle technique. We don't think about the cut step. We don't think about the trail leg. It's forward speed. It's a forward lean and it's a frenzy. Forward speed, forward lean, frenzy, forward lean, frenzy, forward lean, frenzy. And as soon as we start clipping hurdles, or as soon as we feel like, oh, it's a challenge to clear this hurdle, we're out of that competitive nature. All right. So in order to ingrain these things, we need to really work the marching popovers up to 39 inches. At this point in the season, they should really be comfortable at 39 inches. All right. And so, like I said in the last video, he needs to be doing them for time against the clock so that he's instinctively reacting, right? And his body's ingraining the necessary hip height so that he's coming down off of hurdles instead of going flat through them. All right. Now we're taking a look here at Albert, who's in lane 2 to the right here. And the biggest thing, I'm going to say, just like with Ditka, he needs sprint work. Now, you see him coming sideways off the hurdles. That's the trail leg is kind of coming through quicker than the arm, the lead arm. And so that kind of like throws the balance off. So it's a timing issue. So when he's doing the marching popovers, he should be focusing on the arm swings. And as he's pulling that trail leg through high with the foot dorsiflex, he's also pulling the arm back and they finish at the same exact time. So the lead arm swings backwards and reaches the furthest point at the same time that the trail knee reaches its highest point in the front. And so that timing needs to be better. And then he won't have this sideways here because he loses a lot of speed with that. And if he's doing it over all 5 hurdles, there goes 3/4 right there. All right, but even more so than that, it is a timing issue. But even more so than that, it's the sprint work. Like same with Ditka, he really needs the basic straight legs, rotary drills, and arm swing so that he understands that the balls of the feet striking the track are what propel the hips forward and what generate all the speed. So right now it's just a lot of arm movements, right? Limb movements, but there's no real connection as to how is this limb propelling the body forward, which is generating the speed. All right, so there's the technical stuff, which of course we have to work on, but really he needs to make that connection that a true sprinter has. This foot hits the ground, and that propulsion through the balls of the feet is what drives me forward and creates all of the speed. All right, so for now, I would have him focus heavy on the straight legs the rotary and the arm swings. And then I would keep his hurdles low to continue developing the habit of running straight through and getting out of the habit of hurdling. You know, if he just gets in the habit of sprinting through the barriers, it'll transfer over to the full speed racing quicker than what we can get out of the technical stuff. Right. So for now, he's at 9 something. He can get into the 8 highs by just keeping the hurdles low, making sure that he's focusing on the straight legs. Primarily, the straight leg drill is really what's going to do it. And then making sure that when he's running through these barriers, he's not trying to make a hurdle movement out of the 12-inch hurdle, or out of the 24-inch hurdle, or out of the 27-inch hurdle, or out of the 30-inch hurdle. It needs to be a big stride that keeps him in sprint form all the way to the finish line. And that's how we can very quickly get him down into the 8-second range. And then from there, it'll be, refining the movements, making sure that connection is there, and most importantly, sprinting. All right, boys just got to sprint. All right, coach. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Talk to you soon.